All right, we are back here, multi-purpose building on Indian Hills Community College campus here in Centerville, Iowa. We're going to wrap this up here with Coach Darren Wynn. And, you know, Coach, we tough one there. We took the loss 25-23. Kevin and I are still not sure if that's completely accurate. We're thinking more it's 25-24. But regardless, you know, some great wrestling here tonight. We had some matches. We can look at a lot of different things here. You know, Olivia Steen not being in the lineup.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
Upper weight class.
Gets caught. Yeah, upper weight class gets caught there. And then, but I'll tell you what, we respond here at the end.
Yeah.
Apollo goes out there in 14 seconds and takes care of business. Oh. And then you have Azriel. And I thought, and, you know, we were talking, you know, that, and we said it last week with the guys, but we're going to say it with the girls. When you see someone that's not lying, we might have a high-ranked girl that's not here, but when we put another wrestler on the mat, we're not just filling a weight.
No.
Because they're wrestling that competition in that room every day, and they're tough as nails. Yes, and as a perfect example of that tonight. That was an exciting win.
Yeah.
But, you know, just kind of let me know how, you know, highs and lows here tonight, where you were at.
You know, I think Chasey went out there today, and she had a tough one. Off the bat, we knew that it was going to be a tough one. Again, there's some areas in there that we're still working on. And like I told the ladies back there, you know, by the end of the year, we're gonna get our get back. We're gonna get it back. But we just gotta keep our mindset straight, right? Not taking the loss to the heart, but also not overlooking the loss, right? So they're just figuring it out right now, right? Just like last year, you know, we dropped that duel to Iowa Western, and after that, things kind of kicked into gear. I think that's good for some of the freshmen to see and some of the sophomores to see, like, last year's results, you know, this year's results is going to ultimately fall on the individuals here. Brooklyn Noel, she bumped up today. You know, she is supposed to be wrestling 103.
Yep.
Just figuring out some stuff at that weight class. Again, Araya moved up. She showed some fight, right? She got caught in that headlock. And then she's going to figure that position out. Gabriela Diaz, you know, same thing. She's still working on just putting her moves together, right? She tries to jump to that headlock, and it's I always try and tell her, like, a great magician doesn't show their hand right to start. Kaylia Beauchamp, you know, she's still learning freestyle, still getting comfortable with it. You can see it when you watch her. You can see her. She sees the openings. It's just about letting her just continue to develop, get on the mat, grow. Same with Jasmine Wolfe. You know, her double leg, I tell her all the time, if she gets her 4 fingers behind those kneecaps and she gets them off the ground, she can take anybody to their back and go get 4, go get 2, and maybe even in the duel. I mean, in the meet there. Olivia, you know, she worked this morning. You know, she missed weight, but, you know, again, we'll figure it out. You know, that one was a tough one this morning, getting that news about her. Nevaeh, same thing. You know, she's moving down a weight. Same with Olivia. So this is new. Like, this is a new field for them, right? They're so used to wrestling up a little bit and girls being a little slower.
Right.
So now they're at a weight class where they're going to have to really start just playing around with those positions in practice, coming in and getting that extra work. And they have Paola. I mean, she does what she does, right? She does what she does. I threw Kyra out there today. I didn't even think that. She didn't even think that she was going to wrestle. And once I kind of saw the duel, like, hey, if we don't give up a pin here, you know, I just told her, try not to get pinned, just fight. And, I mean, she fought as much as she could. I mean, that girl, Martha, I mean, as we saw at the national tournament last year, she's very tough. So just to see her fight, come off the mat, head held high, you know, she told me, sorry, coach, and I was like, hey, don't feel sorry. You know, I should be the one saying sorry. And then Azriel just coming out. I mean, people might not think Azriel has what she has, but what you got to remember is Azriel and Nevaeh are teammates, right? So they came up wrestling the same way. You didn't get to see it. Azriel has a blast double just the same as Nevaeh does. So it's just, you know, I'm proud of the individuals that stepped up today. It hurts that we lost, but as a coach, you know, I'll make sure that we figure this out.
Right. And, you know, Kevin and I talked, you know, you guys number 1 5 times.
Yeah.
Coaches, I guarantee you that trip over here, and these coaches tell them before this, we're going into their house and we're going to beat them. We're going to do whatever you can do to beat them.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I mean, my new assistant coach, Malcolm Allen, he was actually the assistant coach at Southeast. So I told the girls, like, hey, they're probably feeling a little bitter about that one. So it's good for them to feel that, though, right? You know, I was telling them back in the back, they not a lot of teams are going out and wrestling the number 3 team in the nation, right? They're just wrestling who they should wrestle in their conference, and they're fine with that.
Right.
You know, but we're bringing out competition and trying to step up to the plate.
And, they have a solid lineup. That's a tough team. I mean, there's nothing to hang your hat on here, but he said Kevin and I said, you know, we wrestle this duel again 10 times. Probably 7-3 we come out. You know, it depends.
Yeah.
It's just great to see this level of competition right here. And I'm guessing you probably won't see him again until national tournament anywhere. I don't know if you see him in any opens. They're not that terrible far away, but
we'll probably see him. We might see him at a tournament or two.
Okay.
I don't know yet. It really depends on what we add to our line. I mean, to our schedule. They were at the Luther Hill a little bit earlier this year, so we might see them again. But I'm not really mad about that.
No.
I'm just worried about getting my girls to the best of their abilities.
And you know, I did have a chance to talk to Livy before, and she's a little gimpy a little there on that foot, and she said she was ready to wrestle, but I don't know. I mean, you don't put somebody out there and get them hurt, and we got to stay healthy. And Winter Gale healthy.
Yeah, she's healthy, just dealing with some stuff.
Okay.
Dealing with some stuff. I'm not going to get into
right.
details.
That's. I just, you know, we always when we see changes, you know, I don't want to make sure we didn't lose somebody for the season here, so we're.
No, just making sure that we're good for the national tournament. She had to go back home and take care of some business.
Okay, no problem. And you guys are next Wednesday. I don't know if that's a Wednesday or Tuesday. I can't remember tonight. So.
I think that's following Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
Following Thanksgiving break. We're actually I'm taking a small group of girls that didn't wrestle tonight up to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, to get a couple matches and again, develop and learn a little more.
Good. Well, Coach, we always hate to come in here and see something like this, but you know what? From what we saw from our girls, saw some fight. We saw some things that we sure didn't predict happening.
Yeah.
But it happens, and like Kevin and I said, it's better to happen right here in November than when we get to March.
Exactly.
So,
thank you, Dan.
Thank you very much. Good luck.